live stream of Tropical Storm Debby. This is John, and I am going to go over a lot of things related to Tropical Storm Debby tonight, as this historic rains that they are forecasting for the Carolinas continues. So right now, the center of circulation is hard to see, but it's about right here. It is crawling kind of like this way at 3 miles an hour. It is crawling. We all can walk or run faster than what this is moving. So that's where they say that the center circulation is 8 o'clock. No, and I think it's more or less out here. It is 9 o'clock, so it's probably somewhere. It probably dipped to the south a little bit, but so this is the latest track from the National Hurricane Center. So 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, it will be here with possibly starting to get stronger. 45 mile an hour winds at that point at 2 o'clock. We will see. And then at 2 p.m. tomorrow, it should be at 50 miles an hour. It's still off the coast of South Carolina. And now they want to bring it into land as a 60 mile an hour tropical storm right around Georgetown, South Carolina. As you can see, the rain bands continue to swing around, come around this way, and then come around this way. It's just a big pinwheel of rain just going around in a circle right now. There has been some flooding that has happened today, which I will go over right now. So down here in Charleston, the city of Charleston reported over 60 roads closed across the city due to flooding. All primary access points to Charleston Peninsula has been closed to incoming traffic due to widespread flooding. That was as of lunchtime today. And they probably have improving conditions, so that may have been lifted temporarily. So don't expect that to continue. At about 2:30 this afternoon, Highway 17 northbound near Seawee Road is closed due to flooding. In addition, Gerrans Bridge Road is impassable due to flooding, and that was in near the Allendale area on US 17. So as I moved north, there was a brief tornado touchdown in this area earlier this evening. It only probably touched down for maybe a second or two and then lifted again. And that was highlighted by a weather spotter that was driving in the area. Um, so there's a lot going on right now. So I'm just trying to get you all caught up to date here. There's been flooding down here in the Merle's Inlet area today. The parking lot of a mall was flooded today, and a few roads there in Merle's Inlet have been flooded today. I mean, right now we are kind of in a lull as far as any kind of warnings are concerned. The flash flood warning that was in effect for Horry, Brunswick, and Columbus counties have expired at 9:30, so that is no longer in effect. There is a tornado watch that is in effect until 1 a.m. tonight for this area here. So with the feeder bands continuing to move onshore, we could have spin up tornadoes as they did last night down in the southern section of the state. Last night there was a tornado that went through Monk's Corner earlier this morning that caused some damage in the center of town. So there has been reports of tornadoes today. I think there was one up here in Brunswick County earlier. Then you got the one down here in Monk's Corner that happened today. And then we had one here between Low River and Longs that happened earlier this evening. Right now, hi, Uncle John. Hi, Pacer. So currently, we just have this feeder band that is coming. Oh, that's ugly as anything. Let's try that again. This feeder band here that's coming ashore in Brunswick County as we speak. Let's flip over to velocity, see if there's any spin to any of that. No, there's no spin to any of that. It's just a train of heavy rain that is coming into Brunswick County as we speak. So, give you a broader view of what this looks like. We'll go down to the southern radar spot and loop this. As you can see, is basically pinwheeling around like this. And it is crawling ever so slightly to the east-northeast at 3 miles an hour. Now I will go over the do I have the latest? No, I took it down. Um, so, um, so going over some flood reports here from today at 11:55 in Dorchester County. Emergency management reported a water rescue in progress on Magwood Drive. Another resident on 9,000 block of Dorchester Road requested assistance. In addition, a guardrail along Dorchester Road was washed out with water along the road was thankful. So apparently there was a ditch on the side of the road which became overwhelmed with all the rain that fell today. Another report at 11:20 this morning, flowing water was seen entering buildings near the intersection of Furman Lane and Oxford Road. This was in College Park, Berkeley County, South Carolina. There's a report of flooding up here in Sumter County, reported by 911 call center. You know my beef about. Okay. I am talking about the current conditions with Tropical Storm Debby right now, Pacer. So at 5:20 this afternoon, Sumter County Dispatch reported 6 inches of water flowing across Canes Mill Road near Nasty Branch. So that was reported. Here's one over by 5 miles east of Monk's Corner in Berkeley County. Berkeley County Emergency Management reports a washout of Cane Gully Road near Highway 402. So that is the current, as far as current reports that happened today here in Myrtle Beach and down here in the Charleston area today. Now there is a special marine warning for one of the outer bands from Debby, with possible water spouts offshore, possibly to come inland. And this is up around Beaufort and Moorhead, just to the east of Moorhead City. That's up in North Carolina. So one of the outer bands is heading up towards the outer banks of North Carolina as we speak. So there's been damage here in Brookdale, South Carolina, Orangeburg County by Department of Highways. The SCDPS reports a tree down over Hill Road near the intersection of Cameron Road due to a thunderstorm embedded in Tropical Storm Debby that probably caused a little bit of wind that caused that damage in near Orangeburg. There has been flooding in Orangeburg. Here in Wilkinson Heights, South Carolina, at State Highway Trooper reported flooded intersection at John C. Calhoun Drive and Sprinkle Avenue. Well, it wasn't sprinkling; it was a fire hose. Down here in 4 miles south of Cordova, South Carolina, Orangeburg County. South Carolina Department of Transportation reports that Carver School Road is closed from Cordova Road to Dry Swamp Road due to flooding. So right now I'm just going over some flooding that has happened today. There's flooding in Walterboro, South Carolina. Over 80 reports of flooded roadways across Colleton County since the early evening of August 5th due to heavy rain from Tropical Storm Debby. So a lot of roads in Walterboro are flooded right now, or is currently still flooded, or is in the process of receding. Here's a report 4 miles east-northeast of Cottageville, South Carolina, and Colleton County. A portion of roadway damaged in the 100 block of Good Hope Landing Lane. So, as of right now, there just seems to be just a lull in some of the action right now. We have this feeder band here that is moving into Brunswick County as we speak. There's no rotation with any of those. There's just some sporadic showers, really, coming into Georgetown and towards the Myrtle Beach area right now. And then there's here's a batch of rain and showers ready to come up into Myrtle Beach again. So for the most part, right now there's kind of quiet in a hole for the time being. Since this rotation is right about here off the coast of Georgia right now and South Carolina, it's probably going to start getting its act together, and this will start to fill in later on this evening. So, so for right now, that is what is going on as of 9:43. Again, there's some outer bands out here that are pushing into Morehead City and the Outer Banks that has some rotation, so tornado warnings may be required for this portion of the special marine warning for this. Let's switch over to this radar. There is a long feeder band that sits right out here that's coming into the Outer Banks right now. Some of those have rotation embedded into these storms when they rotate in. So there could be a quick spin up. Thank you, Toadzilla. So as these bands continue to rotate in, there will be heavy rain and possible spin-ups in those bands coming through. Just want to take a radar tour. Let's Can I get this? That's only showing me that. Um, um, there's got to be another radar site near here, unless they took it down. Yeah, for people that are watching um, out of the Ashboro area, including my family that live in the Seagrove area. I cannot see the radar from Raleigh like I usually do. Doesn't mean that it's raining, but um, it's, you know, I don't have a nearby radar site to show you what is going on in the Ashboro area. So we will stick with this for right now. So the band's starting to come north, um, into Brunswick County, North Carolina right now. And you got this storm that's out here that's moving towards Myrtle Beach area. I don't think there's anything to that. No, there's not. There's not anything to that right now. There's no spin. There's no spin with this band here either. So right now, we'll just leave it on reflectivity. And so I'll zoom out. And we'll put it on here. And we will continue to spin this. This area, especially in this area here, has 10, 13 inches of rain that is still possible to come. There are areas over here that have 7 to 10 yet to fall or possible. And then there's a sharp cutoff. Anything west of here is 0. So there's a tight gradient to this rainfall. So where I live, which is right about here, I've had 4.54 inches of rain today, with more to come. That is the second highest in the Wellington, North Carolina County Watch area. That is the second most. I think there's one town in here, one city in here that has 5 inches. So obviously, a lot of rain has fallen so far today, with a lot more to come. So they are still projecting 10 to 20 inches of rain in this kind of corridor. up to about here. This is still 10 to 20. Inches, and isolated spots to 25. Obviously down here in Charleston, they already have 12 inches of rain. D1 Yapper, there are no current tornado warnings right now. There were reports of tornadoes earlier today in Monk's Corner, in Wood County, North Carolina, and there was a brief one that touched down between Little River and Longs earlier this afternoon. Those are the only reports of tornadoes that I know of as of today. There were a lot that were down in Georgia and down, especially around the Hilton Head area last night. But as far as today, I think there's only been 3 reports of tornadoes today. Doesn't mean we're out of the woods for tornadoes, but there's only been, from what I count, 3 tornadoes today. One earlier this morning down in Monk's Corner, South Carolina. One earlier this afternoon in, I think it's Brunswick County, North Carolina, but I will check on that. And there was a brief one that touched down between Little River and Longs that I know about. And that was by a weather spotter in the area. So those are the tornadoes that have happened today. So right now, there is no tornado warnings. There's a tornado watch in this area here until 1 a.m. Doesn't mean we're out of the woods as far as, spin-ups are concerned, but it seems like that the rain bands are broken up out in the ocean right now. I will show you that the center of rotation is somewhere about here now, off the coast of Georgia and South Carolina. So it may be gaining strength, and if that is I will comment to that in a minute. The rain bands will start to fill in as this starts to strengthen a little bit. It is projected to be a 60-mile-an-hour tropical storm when it makes landfall south of Georgetown sometime tomorrow. Yes, this is real, Tanya. This is the look of Debby right now. It is very, very broken up since it encountered land. Its center of rotation is right about here. And it's off the Georgia, South Carolina coast. Right now, we just have a feeder band that's coming into Brunswick County, North Carolina, as we speak. I will take you in for a closer look. So this is the feeder band that's coming into Sunset Beach, Carolina Shores, coming in from the ocean inland. We will look at velocity, see if there's any spin with any of these. And right now there is none. This goes all the way back down this way. So there is no rotation at all as this pivots towards the coast. Doesn't mean we're out of the wood. Yes, that is crazy. So right now is just some heavy rain that's coming into Sunset Beach, Carolina Shores, as we speak, Holden Beach, and the Charlotte area in Brunswick County, North Carolina. Take you back to reflectivity. And this band goes all the way back to here. So this is a long band that is rotating in from the ocean. So that's one of the stronger bands that's coming in right now into Brunswick County, Georgia. How big is it? How big is it? The wind field of this tropical storm is 205 miles from the center. So with the center being about right here, it's 205 miles this way. So if I can take out my little thing and measure 205 miles, that's 0 yards. No, we want miles. So we'll say here, that is the wind field of Tropical Storm Debby. Obviously, its rain bands are a lot further than that. So this is the furthest out of the rain band, which is another. So this storm is 400 miles across. Tanya, so Tanya, to answer your question, this storm is about 400 miles across from here to here is 400 miles. That's how big the rotation is. And yes, that is crazy, Nolan. So coming back closer towards this band. So this is your strongest band that's coming in right now to Brunswick County, North Carolina. Let's see. And this is its projected path once again. This spot was as of 8 o'clock, but we're now past 8 o'clock. It's now 10 o'clock Eastern. So we're going to go to this radar and put it into motion. Okay. So your center of circulation will be right here, approximately right there. And it's moving slowly to the east-northeast in this kind of direction at 3 miles an hour. So Jack C, you are talking about if you fall under a tornado warning or about this storm. Now, for a tornado warning, if you fall under a tornado warning, if you don't have a basement, you go to you go to the lowest floor and go to an interior room, hall, closet, bathroom, without windows. That is the safest place to be. In a case like this, if you don't have a basement, you go to the lowest floor and be in an interior room, hall, closet, bathroom. As long as it doesn't have windows, you'll be fine. Mike Mouse 9511. Yes, you can be a moderator. In a glass house, in a glass house. Is it all glass, Jax? Mike Mouse 9511. Because this is supposed to strengthen over the water. It's completely offshore now. So, yes, it's supposed to strengthen. And it's supposed to make landfall Thursday morning around 2 o'clock south of Georgetown. So Myrtle Beach will be on the bad side of this storm. So that's going to be with heavy rain, possible tornado threat. So, yeah. Jax, in that case, if you're in a glass house, so Jax, just listen up. Just listen to me. There are no tornado warnings or anything else like that. The wind is not going to be very high right now, so you are not in great danger. Um, when this starts to come ashore, there might be during tomorrow. We will see where we're at as far as where the storm will be. Um, so for tonight, Jax, you should be okay. Okay. Um, but watch for my updates because I will update. Yes, you can do that, Jax. You can go into your room and lay down in your tub and put something over it. Yes, you can do that, Jax. Like I said, a bathtub is, as long as you have something to cover your head. Your parents are in Tennessee until Friday. Okay, so yes, if you come under a tornado warning or something like that, okay. Do you have a phone, Jax? Okay. Um, so if you have your phone and you have a weird alert that goes off, that'll mean that you probably be in a tornado warning or a flash flood warning. Don't worry about the flash flood warning. Worry about the tornado warning. If you fall under a tornado warning, you go to your tub and put something over your head. Okay? And stay in there for 30 minutes. Once 30 minutes is up, they can come out of there. Your little sister, you got to find a way to get you and your little sister into that tub when that happens. Kind of, to make it easier, if you come under a warning, okay, take you and your little sister, protect your little sister, have your little sister be kind of like in, facing you or in between your legs, sitting or kneeling, and put something over top of both of your heads. I have a big table. Um, yeah. It won't. Big table won't be safe unless you. Uh, big table. Big table. Being underneath a big table probably not be safe in case something falls through the roof and hits it. So the best place would be in your tub um, with your little sister with something over your head. Okay. Being under a big table is not going to be safe. Okay. Do you have a blanket, Jax? Paranormal, or I'm sorry, I'm botching your name. Paranormal. The greatest, my greatest concerns right now is going to be the heavy rain, and it's going to be in this area. Oh, let's make that red, and it's going to be in this area here. It's going to be in this kind of area here. This is where 10, 20 inches of rain with isolated spots of 25 inches are possible. Um, so, Jax, so when you do that, you put a blanket over top of you. Okay, it has to go over both you and your little sister. Okay, that will keep you sky. That will keep anything from um, that will lessen the blow to your head. A lot of a lot of injuries are to the head when tornadoes happen. Okay, generally the tornadoes that are coming out of these storms are going to be weak and very brief, and they're not going to be on the ground long. So, but in case one does happen, you take your little sister, you go to the tub, you put the blanket over top of both of y'all, and like I said, ride it out for about 30 minutes. Generally, within 30 minutes, the storm has passed, and then you can come out and assess what has happened. I gotta get up for a minute. I'll be right back. What disaster? Um, okay, everybody, I am back. Had to get myself something to eat because this might be a long night. So, just getting myself situated with my food here. Sitting back. Thank you, Paranormal. Um, what would you like me to tell her, Jax? Should be. There's nothing to be scared about. All it is just a little rain right now. There are there are no warnings in effect right now. Okay? There are no warnings. I can understand she's scared, but she shouldn't be scared. There's nothing going on. Is she listening right now, Jax? Okay. If you don't mind me asking, what's her name? Annabella. Okay. Annabella, listen, honey, there's nothing to be scared about, okay? There's there is nothing bad going on. All it is just a little rain. You might see a little flicker of lightning. It's not going to hurt you, okay? You're inside, you are safe, okay? Um, if for some reason something was to go wrong, your jacks will take you to another room to protect you. Okay, you will be fine. Okay. Um, so, and you will be safe, Annabella, and your big sister will take care of you. You just follow her and do what she says, okay? When something is to go wrong, okay? Um, Nothing should be going wrong for a little while. It might happen, it might not. There's nothing to be scared about, okay? You're welcome, Annabella. How the hell would her parents leave a 16-year-old and a youngin' in a glass house by themselves while they're out in Tennessee? I just had to walk through what happens if they fall under a tornado warning and what to do. Yeah. To swim. She wants to swim tomorrow? You may have time to do that tomorrow, yes. Um, but once the rain starts picking up, when the rain starts again, excuse me, then you have to stop swimming because it may not stop for a while. I would say this, Jax, if it is if it's raining, I wouldn't go swimming, but there should be some dry time tomorrow for you guys to swim if you want to. If you're along the coast, don't go into the ocean. If you have a pool, a swimming pool, that's fine. But there will be some dry time tomorrow before everything starts going downhill, and will go downhill quick, starting tomorrow night and going through Thursday. Okay, Jax, you have a good night. Keep your phone next to you in case you hear one of those warnings go off on your phone, okay? Why does it smell like chlorine outside your garage, paranormal? Oh, you're welcome, Jax. That's what I'm here to do. Keep you guys safe from bad weather, okay? Um, yeah, that's kind of bad situation there, paranormal. Chlorine. You said chlorine, right? Chlorine outside. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about, paranormal. Um, hmm. Smells like a pool. Yeah. Yeah, it would smell like a pool, wouldn't it? Uh, uh, wouldn't be from the water pipes, would it? Yeah, I hope not too. Because generally, if you smell chlorine, it probably would be from a water pipe somewhere. May not be directly at your house or where you're staying, but like to welcome the new people that have came in. Um, we are having an extended live stream about Tropical Storm Debby as it goes off the Georgia coast and heads slowly to the east at 3 miles an hour along the South Carolina coast. Don't get too. Take a raincoat if you have to. I live in South Carolina. And currently there's some lightning I'm seeing outside. So that's part of this one band that's coming into Brunswick County, North Carolina, as we speak. There is no there's no tornado in Georgia. There's not even a tornado watch in Georgia. So Georgia is fine. Yeah. If you are, let's put it this way, if you are from let's see. If you're from Swainsboro East, or not East, Swainsboro West, you're fine. There ain't nothing going on. If you're from Swainsboro East, you still have heavy rain pivoting down from the north, and that will continue in for a couple more hours. Have a good night. Oh, I do have it up. Um, so the 11 o'clock advisory will be coming in the next 15 minutes. So I will switch to that in 15 minutes. Um, and I will give you an overview of what that entails. Um, right now, as I eyeball this and try and figure out where the center of circulation is roughly here, moving to the east northeast at 3 miles an hour. Um, so some of the reports that I know about is Charleston has a foot of rain, has gotten a foot of rain in the last um, 18 hours. Um, where I live, which is right about here, I've gotten 4.54 inches of rain and it's still coming down. Those will be updated probably tomorrow morning. Um, so right now, we're just in a lull. Um, so I'm just answering questions that you guys have for me and giving you the latest updates when I receive them. So, unfortunately, I'm using my phone to do the live stream. So, I got to keep an eye on the battery, which I am good right now. So, and right now it is currently lightning outside from the band that's coming into Brunswick County, North Carolina right now. Um, so with this band, Holden Beach, Oak Island, Charlotte, be aware that this band is about ready to come through your areas in next 10 to 20 minutes, and we'll dump a lot of rain. Um, so for those of you who left comments, I will get to them sometime. Either if it's not tonight, it'll be tomorrow. But I will get to them. So right now we got a feeder band coming into Brunswick County, North Carolina as we speak. Let's turn that to blue because I can. So Holden Beach, Oak Island, Charlotte, gonna go right over top of the radar site. That's why I can see the lightning to my north. It's for this band that's coming in. I am going to check velocity, and there is no spinners out there, so there's no concern about that. So I will put it back on reflectivity and motion. So, it is 10:40. We currently have a tornado watch that is in effect for this area until 1 a.m. As of today, there have been reports of just 3 tornadoes that touched down. The first one was in Monk's Corner and did some damage down in Monk's Corner. There was one, I think, in Brunswick County, North Carolina. I have to check reports of that. other one. But I knew that there was a third one that happened right around dinner time. And it looks like that we gotten a new update from the National Hurricane Center, which I will go over in a minute. Um, there was another tornado that touched down briefly between Little River and Longs. So let me see what is this where they have it? That is where they have it. Um, it has moved further south. So hold on a second. I gotta get back to this and this. Um, so the full advisory has come out for Tropical Storm Debby. Its current location is 31.8 north, 80.2 west, which is about 50 miles east southeast of Savannah, Georgia, or about 70 miles south southwest of Charleston, South Carolina. Its present movement is due east at 5 miles an hour. Its maximum sustained winds is still 40 miles an hour. Its minimum central pressure is 996 millibars, so it has dropped a little bit. So the tropical storm warning has been discontinued for the coast of Georgia. Everything is now in South Carolina pretty much. At 11 o'clock p.m., the center of Tropical Storm Debby was located near latitude 31.8 north, longitude 80.2 west. Debby is moving toward the east near 5 miles an hour. A slow motion toward the east and then north is expected through Thursday night. On the forecast track, the center of Debby is expected to slowly move away from the coast of Georgia and South Carolina tonight, continue to drift offshore through early Thursday, and then move inland over South Carolina on Thursday. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles an hour with higher gusts. Some strengthening is forecast while the center of Debby remains offshore. Weakening is expected Thursday night and Friday after landfall. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 205 miles from the center. Storm surge, they still have storm surge up to 2 to 4 feet from South Santee River to Cape Fear, North Carolina. Rainfall, Debby is expected to produce potentially historic storm total rainfall of 10 to 20 inches with maximum amounts of 25 inches, bringing areas of catastrophic flooding across portions of eastern South Carolina and southeastern North Carolina through Friday. And a few tornadoes are possible over portions of coastal South Carolina and North Carolina through Wednesday morning. So that is your latest update from the National Hurricane Center. And this is your new track. Is to be here by, well, it says there, but we'll see about that. Here by 2 o'clock. Here by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Sorry. Here by 8 p.m. tomorrow night. And then making landfall closer to Charleston with this latest track Uh, some maybe near midnight, Wednesday night, or just after Thursday morning. So with this updated track, it has shifted farther south. Um, so um, it was here. It now shifted further south to here. So that might make landfall maybe Wednesday night instead of Thursday morning. It all remains to be seen. Um, so going to be live with you until about I will be live with you for another um, 20 minutes or so. Um, I will be right back. I am back. So, to reiterate, right now we are in a lull. This is the look at the storm right now. It is not very healthy at the moment. I believe the current position is here. And forecast track now has shifted a little bit further south, so it's going to be more towards Charleston than Georgetown. We still have bands of heavy rain that is moving in. There's another band that's about to come into Myrtle Beach, which I will scan now, see if there's any rotation with this one. And there is a little bit of rotation right here. I gotta get closer. Yeah, there is a little bit of rotation right here. And it's moving towards Myrtle Beach. Let me see if there's something to that. Well, you ain't going to see sea drop in water. So I'm going to keep an eye on that as it starts to make its trek to the northwest towards the coast. And it still shows that little bit of rotation. Sorry, I'm trying to finish eating my dinner. So I'm keeping an eye on this band of rain that's coming towards shore because there's rotation with it right there. It's heading northwestward. That's an ugly directional arrow. How about we do it this way? So this is your rotation and it's going this way. And these are moving at about 30, 35 miles an hour. So this is poised to come into the southern end of Myrtle Beach, possibly over the airport. Again, I'm keeping an eye on my battery. Okay. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this stream a little bit short if it since my battery's going low. But there is rotation out in the ocean that is heading towards the coast right now with this next band coming into Myrtle Beach. So I'm going to keep an eye on it to see if a warning is going to get posted for it. Um, Again, there's been flooding today over by Merle's Inlet. 1:17 this afternoon. Flash flooding caused a section of South Walkmall Drive to close about half a mile south of South Point Villas. So there has been flooding today in Merle's Inlet today. Right now, I'm currently looking at this storm here. It's moving to the northwest at 26 miles an hour. It doesn't have meso, it doesn't have a mesocyclone with it, but it does show rotation out here, moving to the northwest at about 25 miles an hour. As they scan, it's starting to broaden out a little bit, but again, your rotation is here, heading to the northwest. Um, so, um, we're going to keep an eye on it for as long as I have power on my phone to do so. Um, Being that the circulation's out in the ocean, it's starting to strengthen up some of the um, showers, the heavy rain out in the ocean, and starting to regenerate itself a little bit. So there is currently a flash flood warning for southwestern Brunswick County until midnight tonight, where additional 1 to 3 inches are possible on top of what already fell today. That includes Oak Island, Charlotte, Holden Beach, Ocean Isle Beach, Civvytown, Supply, Russtown, Vernam Town, and Brunswick Novant Medical Center. It's the flood. The flood warning is just radar indicated, and it's for the next hour. So what's this? Yeah, basically this area here can be X'd out of the. Actually, no, would not be. Um, there are some power outages. Uh, 200 people without power in Screven County, Georgia. I can't get a report of that because of the warning. Can't get a report out of that because of the warning. 200 people without power in Calhoun County, South Carolina. uh, so I'm keeping an eye on this rotation as it comes towards the Myrtle Beach, as this comes into Surfside Beach and Myrtle Beach area, moving to the northwest at 25 miles an hour. So for those who have watched the stream, I thank you for watching. If you would like to donate, you can donate to me using PayPal if you'd like to. Um, and I hope you watch all my other content that's on my channel. Currently, I'm keeping an eye on this rotation here out in the ocean. That's moving to the northwest at 25 miles an hour, and could become tornadic if it comes ashore and still has rotation with it. So we'll go back to reflectivity. And it does have that look, that, that supercellular look to it as it comes in. So we're going to hold it here. Hopefully I can hold it here for a minute. Yeah, for this channel, I do not want to be bashed for not being informative or anything else like that. I am looking at the same stuff that everybody else is looking at. I get the same forecast from the same people. Okay? So I'm delivering the true facts that is written in front of me than just give it on my own. So let's get that straight. That bugs the nonsense out of me. But that was just rude. Anyway, I'm keeping an eye on this batch of rain that's coming in because it has a little bit of rotation off the coast. Moving northwest at 25 miles an hour. It is heading towards the coast, and we will see what will happen if they pull the trigger on a tornado warning or not. How rude people can be. See what the next scan shows. Um, very, very rude people that want to go on here and say that everything I say is uninformative. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the same stuff that everybody else is looking at. I get my stuff from the real people. I don't get it from anywhere else. I create my opinions, and that's all I give is my opinion. Sometimes my opinions are wrong. I shouldn't be bashed for them. Uh, sorry about that. I just had to go on a little rant there with one of the comments that was left. That person will be deleted. So anyway, I am watching this batch of heavy rain that's coming in towards the coast. It does show a little circulation out in the ocean, and it's moving to the northwest at about 25 miles an hour. So I'm just basically looking to see if they're going to pull the trigger or not on a tornado warning. Um, outside of that, there's, you know, there are big breaks in between. Um, in between the rain bands. I mean, there's a big break here. I mean, there's a band that just went up through Oak Island, Holden Beach, down around Southport, down around the Wilmington area. I'm keeping an eye on this little area here because it shows a little bit of rotation off the coast, and I'm waiting to see if they are going to pull the trigger and issue a tornado warning for Surfside Beach and Sockasty. If they don't issue it, I will end this extended live stream for this evening. And I will really have a really extended live stream and possibly the landfall of Tropical Storm Debby tomorrow night. But I just wanted to, since there's a lull, since there is a lull, you know, I'm not going to continue this much further until I see what happens with this particular sorry, I'm fixing my camera here. There we go. So I'm watching this area here as it moves to the northwest. See if they pull a trigger or not. I mean, You'll figure they would, there'll be something there, but there's nothing there. Let's go to different. Yeah, there's rotation there for sure, right here, and it's moving to the northwest at 25 miles an hour. So until that makes it on shore, I'll stay with it and see if they pull the trigger. If they don't, then I will end this live stream. Since there are big breaks in between the rain bands. Okay, so it's now closer to Surfside Beach now. Waiting for the velocities to update. And they have, and it's right here, still moving to the northwest at 25 miles an hour. So I will stay with this for 10 more minutes. And then I will end this live stream for tonight. Tomorrow it will be a lot longer because I'll be tracking this pretty much the whole way tomorrow. Didn't seem to move much, but your your couple is there. They did not issue a special marine warning yet, so is it's either developing on this side or either way, if it continues to weaken, I will cut this short, but there's no CC drop. Obviously, it's still over ocean. There's still rotation. So so I'm watching. So reason why I've been quiet is because I'm waiting for radar scans. Right now, I'm watching a batch of heavy rain about to come on to shore around the Surfside Beach area. That has a little bit of circulation with it. And it looks like it's starting to loosen up a little bit. So in about 6.5 minutes, I will be ending this live stream. But until then, I will be keeping an eye on this just in case. Obviously, there's a warning issued. I will stay on until the warning is either canceled or uh, expired. So your circulation is right here, moving to the northwest at 25 miles an hour. In the last couple of scans, it has broadened out. It could tighten back up again. So that's why I'm keeping an eye on it. We'll see in the next 5 minutes where the health of it will be. And there's no circulation behind that. So this is the one circulation I am keeping an eye on. Um, it looks like it has broadened out. There's no green next to red or any of that. It's you know. But again, I will wait for the next one to come by. If that one shows it even weaker, then I'm going to end this live stream. And that is, so I will go back to velocity. Odds are this probably weakened, broadened out, and probably fell apart. So we'll just see what the next scan is. If it continues that, I will end the live stream. If I am quiet, I'm just waiting for the next scan to come around. So that make sure that it's not tightening back up. Checking my juice. Okay, my juice is getting low, so if nothing happens in the next 3 minutes, I am going to end this live stream. Well, I might as well just end it now because this has really fell apart. So, I'd like to thank you all for watching this live stream tonight. There will be a much longer one tomorrow with the landfall of Tropical Storm Debby. So before I go, I'm going to zoom out with reflectivity to show that this is the, this batch of, rain coming in. This one already came in, and there's no other ones. There are probably a couple pop-up kind of things here. And then we got stuff coming around the bottom. Okay. So with that, I'd like to thank you all for watching this evening. I hope everybody has a good night. Stay safe. Do not drive around flooded roads. Turn around, don't drown. and I will talk to you again tomorrow.